Hello, malt. Malty moorings, right? It's a malt mention provided by Adam A. And welcome each and every one of you malt mates and whisky curious YouTube scanners to the bothy, the whisky bothy. I'm Ralfy, I'm your host, and I review whisky. I'm about to review the oldest whisky I think that I've reviewed in 2024, and this is a bit of, bear with me, it's a bit of self-indulgence actually. It's a nostalgic review. There's a reason for this review, I will come to it shortly. This is Benriach, 25-year-old, and the only place you're going to find it now is at auction. Here's the original box it came in. I bought this at auction and I got an okay price for it actually, £150, and I'd probably have had to pay more but for the condition of the box. As you can see, the box it's just got a little bit of it's been in a damp place. Although the bottle itself, the label is completely intact, so the collectability of this bottling is not particularly interesting to collectors. They want perfection, absolute physical perfection, because that's how they denote the full investable value of the whisky. Although at the moment they're not happy people, because it's appeared in legacy media, and they tend to kind of fudge things a little bit, as is their mission. But they've basically highlighted that the value of investable whiskies has dropped 40% in 2024. And I'd like to make a prediction, if you'll bear with me for a minute, that in 2025, the investable value of whisky is going to fall further. And in 2026, it will fall further still. There's a lot of people with very high hopes and not a lot of practical whisky experience are really going to get their fingers burnt. This is an opportunity, by the way, an opportunity for experienced whisky drinkers like myself to see that the sales are on, and to buy yesteryear's whiskies which are no longer available in the retailers through auction houses at an accessible price for seriously good quality whisky. And how do we know this? Because it's in the archives now. It's in social media. That's where you find the most accurate, realistic information as to the quality of a whisky. Sure, in amongst the good information is bad information, but that is no different from traditional legacy media. Benriach is a chameleon distillery. It's actually got a really good signature, but it needs a good cask to make it work. There's been some splendid bottlings of Benriach. It's kind of hit the skids a little bit. It's going off people's radar at the moment under the ownership of Brown-Forman, but that is only to be expected because of the anticipated mistrust when corporations own distilleries. It has now become part of the online language of the malt community and of the aficionados, that when corporations own brands, the marketing takes over and the quality automatically diminishes, particularly when chill filtration is going on. Always a red flag alert. And also the addition of caramel E150 colorant, which is fine in blends, but it is an absolute adulteration in single malts. That, for the record, is my opinion. What have we got here? I've not had much of this, but what I've had from the very moment I removed the cork has been nothing short of excellent. This is one of these jobbing whiskies that was never going to be in people's radars, but if you were in the know and if you have whisky experience, you're just aware of how good it actually is. On the nose, a real slight treacle toffee note. Immediately you're smelling really, really good quality, substantial sherry casks. Probably a combination of PX and Oloroso. It's not been fully matured in the sherry casks. There's been other casks going on, but they contribute proactively to the development of the whisky. On the front label, natural colour, clearly stated, unchill filtered, clearly stated. That's good. That's reassuring, very reassuring. It's bottled at 50% volume, so in my opinion, it's probably been reduced slightly, but not much. Why would the bottlers reduce it in strength from, say, 52.5 to 50%? Just to kind of stretch it a little bit further and help control the price level. That's why they would do it. The nose is delightfully complex. The signature of Benriach is loud and clear. Bright, fresh fruit, kind of a little bit like Glenlivet, but more restrained and more florally complex. Taste, even at 50%, high strength, no bite. You really taste not just the 25 years of maturation, but this has been positive, assertive, quality maturation during that time. It's not one of these older whiskies, and they are around, so be warned, maltmates, be warned, where they've been in poor quality casks for the first 20 years of their life, and then basically they're upgraded with better quality casks just to sell in the age statement alone. This is there's a lot to unpack here. Pickled pineapple, roast or grilled banana, russet apple, poire William, I probably mispronounced that. Basically pears poached in red wine, if you've ever come across that. There's a beautiful grapefruit, soft, confectionery citrus note going on here. Even at full strength, even before I've added a drop of water to open it up, to expand it, there's just so much going on. Half a teaspoonful of water, not a full teaspoon. Older whisky needs less water. Gentle roll in the glass, and remember, even after you've added water, a minute in the glass for each year in the cask is your golden rule. This is one of these whiskies you do not rush. It is complex, rich, fully matured, wonderful sherry notes, very complex. It's not just a sherry overcoat, and importantly, the signature of the Benriach is bright and fresh and complex and really coming through. It's giving it depth, it's giving it range, it's giving it complexity. This is exactly what you want when you're buying an older single malt Scotch whisky. The arrival is so long. It's got aniseed in it, little bit of aniseed and menthol and ginger, and you just hold it in your mouth and it just coats, it travels round. It's exquisite. It's just, I'll tell you a wee bit more before I give you the malt mark. This is self-indulgent for me, but hey, it's my last specific whisky review of the year before my special by the fireside, which will be coming along shortly, introducing my whisky for the year 2025 and a few controversial comments, as is the tradition in this channel. My goodness, I'm going to add a little bit more. 2 millilitres, 1/3 of a teaspoon. Chase it open a little bit. Wonderful coat lines, good thick coating, strong legs running down, all the physical signs of quality. Little bit of Scotch mist already creeping into the glass, didn't take long. Beautiful leathery notes, exquisite fresh sherry complexity. Pine, Christmas cake, scented candles, that aroma, that floral. Beautiful complex rich fruit, baked fruit, barbecue fruit, citrus and orchard fruit, mint, menthol, euthymol, more and just more and just. I'm not going to carry on any longer. I'm just going to give this a malt mark. Where's my malt marks? I'm finishing off the year now, and I'm finishing in a bang. You will find this at auctions, look out for it. It's just spectacularly good. 90 out of 100. If you want to join me again shortly for Ralfy Review 1059 extras, because this is Ralfy Review 1059, because I forgot to mention that at the beginning. It happens. I'll be talking about how we get round to sourcing these whiskies, how we get round to investing in quality and consistently good purchases time after time. And it's called the stash. I'm going to tell you about that as my final extras of the year, and I'll see you there.